Strategic Dream: Putting the Power of Your Subconscious Mind to Work by Joseph Murphy. Reach new levels of career success using the power of your subconscious mind. Understanding the power of your subconscious mind. Whatever your conscious mind assumes and believes to be true, your subconscious mind will accept and bring to pass. Believe in the good fortune, divine guidance, right action, and all the blessings of life. You are the captain of your soul, subconscious mind, and the master of your fate. Remember, you have the capacity to choose life, choose love, choose health, choose happiness. Are you unhappy in your career? Is your advancement stemmed by ostensible lack of opportunity? Do you want to succeed in achieving your goals? You you need not be restricted by dogmatic boss or bureaucratic red tape or depend on luck or fortune. You have the power within you to take charge of your career. All that we achieve, as well as all that we fail to achieve, is a direct result of our own thoughts. Our weaknesses and strengths, purity and impurity, are ours alone. They can only be altered by us, never by another. All our happiness and suffering are evolved from within. As we think, so we are. As we continue to think, so we remain. Of course, there are some things you cannot change: the movement of planets, the change in seasons, the pull of the oceans and tides, and the apparent rising and setting of the sun. But you can change yourself. You can be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is the key to improving your career. Your mind is a recording machine, and all the beliefs, impressions, opinions, and ideas accepted by you consciously are impressed in your deeper subconscious mind. By learning how to channel your subconscious mind, you can gain control over your career. Yes, you have the power to change what is in your subconscious mind. It starts by taking overt steps to observe novel patterns of thoughts. Think thoughts of beauty, love, peace, wisdom, and creative ideas. Your subconscious mind will respond accordingly, transforming your mentality, your body, and the circumstances surrounding your life. This is especially true when applied to advancing your career. Too many people hinder their career growth by fear of displeasing a boss, fear of rivals in their move up the career ladder, fear of bureaucratic impasses. Yes, any or all of these fears can affect your career, but only if you let them. If you are confident in your own abilities and work effectively in achieving company goals, you will engage the power of your subconscious mind to overcome all obstacles. When a large law firm hired Jules H., a bright young attorney, he noticed that there was a dozen young attorneys competing with him for advancement. They were all highly competent and equally ambitious. He noted that most of these associates were constantly complaining about the long hours doing routine detail work instead of more interesting legal work they all desired. Jules, although equally frustrated, caught on the power of his subconscious mind and told himself, "Sure, this work is boring and brain numbing, but it's the dues I have to pay if I want to get ahead. I will do this work, not just with my brain, but with my heart. I'll deal with it just as I tackled my most challenging assignments in law school." It didn't take long for his bosses to recognize his superiority and to begin assigning him more important cases and move him ahead of his rivals. Psychologists and psychiatrists point out that when thoughts are conveyed to your subconscious mind, impressions are made in the brain cells. As soon as your subconscious accepts any idea, it proceeds to put it into effect immediately. It works by association of ideas and uses every bit of knowledge that you have gathered in your lifetime to bring about its purpose. It draws on the infinite power, energy, and wisdom within you. It lines up all the laws of nature to get it its way. Sometimes it seems to bring about an immediate solution of your difficulties, but at other times it may take days, weeks, or longer. Your subconscious mind is like the soil, which accepts any kind of idea, good or bad. Your thoughts are active and might be linked to seeds. Negative, destructive thoughts continue to work negatively in your subconscious mind and in due time will evolve into action that corresponds with them. Remember, your subconscious mind does not engage in proving whether your thoughts are good or bad, true or false, but it responds according to the nature of your thoughts or suggestions. For example, if you consciously assume something to be true, even though it may be false, your subconscious mind will accept it as true and proceed to bring about results that must necessarily follow if it were true. Your subconscious mind cannot argue controversially, hence, if you give it wrong suggestions, it will accept them as true and it will proceed to bring them to pass as conditions, experience, and events. Your subconscious mind is often referred to you as your subjective mind. Your subjective mind takes cognizance of its environment by means independent of the five senses. Your subjective mind perceives by intuition. It is the seat of your emotion and the storehouse of memory. Your subjective mind performs its highest functions when the objective mind is suspended or in a sleepy, drowsy state. Your subjective mind sees without the use of the natural organs of vision. It has the capacity of clairvoyance and clairaudience. When your conscious and subconscious minds function harmoniously and peacefully, the result is harmony, health, peace, joy, and happiness. All the evil, pain, suffering, misery, war, crime, and sickness in the world are due to the inharmonious relationship of the conscious and subconscious mind. Remember, your subconscious is impersonal and non selective. The habitual thinking of your conscious mind establishes deep grooves in your subconscious mind. This is very favorable for you in your career if your habitual thoughts are harmonious, peaceful, and constructive. On the other hand, if you have indulged in fear, worry, and other destructive forms of thinking, the remedy is to recognize the omnipotence of your subconscious mind and decree freedom, happiness, perfect health, and prosperity. Your subconscious mind, being creative and one with divine source, will proceed to create the freedom and happiness that you have earnestly decreed. Chance or accidents are not responsible for the path your career takes, nor its predestined fate the author of your fortune or misfortune. Your subconscious mind is not concerned with the truth or falsely of what you consciously feel or believe to be true. Select only that which is true, lovely, noble, and godlike, and your subconscious will react accordingly. Although philosophers, theologians, and thinkers throughout the age knew this, each generation must be reminded of this and make it work for its members. Dr. Joseph Murphy, in his best selling book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and his subsequent writings, sanitized this concept. Thousands of men and women came to the sermons and lectures he presented in dozens of countries, and millions listened to his radio broadcast. Dr. Murphy converts these theories into practical approaches to life. He provides a no nonsense program that will teach you how to stop condemning yourself. You will be shown that you can now claim what you want to be. You can now possess what you long to possess. You can now do what you long to do. You can live in that mental atmosphere. It will gradually sink down by osmosis from the conscious to the subconscious, gradually becoming a conviction as you nourish it and sustain it. Then your limitations will disintegrate and you will rise like the phoenix from the ashes of the old and become the new person. You will acquire a new vision, a new image of yourself, a new awareness. It's your deep seated beliefs, your emotional espousals that governs you and controls you. Whatever idea or beliefs is dominant in your subconscious mind takes control of your thoughts, your actions are and reactions. If you believe in failure, you cannot succeed. You could work 18 hours a day, work very hard, but you will fail because that's the dominant idea in your mind. According to your belief, it will be done unto you. It's a science of that mind. You will learn how to expect the best, look forward with anticipation to most glorious future, to believe it is possible. With this new image of yourself, you will experience the joy and thrill of the fulfillment of your dream. You will learn how to apply these principles and develop and advance in your job and career. Although the contents of this book is drawn primarily from Dr. Murphy's work, it has been augmented with additional information and examples to illustrate how valuable its message is to readers of the 21st century. As Dr. Murphy was a minister, many of his suggestions are based on his strong belief in God. However, whether you are religious, agnostic, or atheist, you can experience the infinite intelligence functioning for you. You need no creed. If you will call upon it, it will answer you. It's impersonal, no respect or persons. To religious people, this infinite intelligence is God. To others, it may be considered to be something deep within oneself. You can call it superhuman intelligence if you want to, or subliminal mind. If you have a problem, mental, physical, or emotional, that is holding you back at work, ask yourself, what am I turning away from? What is it I don't want to face? Am I hiding my resentment and hostility to someone? Face the problem. Solve it with the knowledge of your deeper mind, knowing that the life principles always seeks to heal, to restore. The life principle is the vital force that animates us. It never condemns. It never punishes. It never judges. It can't. You pass judgment on yourself by your own thoughts. The conclusion, verdict in your own mind. Remember, the life principle cannot punish you. It cannot judge you. You judge yourself. And you mold and you fashion your own destiny, for as you think in your heart or subconscious, so are you. Realize, therefore, that thoughts are things. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. Then wonders will begin to happen in your life if you do that. Because there's only one power, and that power is within you. You are the captain on the bridge. You are giving the orders. And your subconscious mind will take the impression you give it and bring it to pass, whether it's true or not, as we said. Therefore, accept only those things that are true. Our minds are cluttered up with false beliefs, ideas, and opinions, and are opaque with the external truths. Suggestions of fear made to a person full of confidence and faith have absolutely no effect. They reinforce faith and confidence in the principles of success. They reinforce the concept that the infinite can't fail, and suggestions of failure simply results in that person's having greater confidence in his or her inner power. Innumerable experiments by psychologists and psychiatrists and others on persons in the hypnotic state have shown that the subconscious is incapable of making selections and raisins which are necessary for a reasoning process. You must realize that your conscious mind is your sentry at the gate. Its chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impressions. You are now aware of one of these basic laws of the mind. Your subconscious mind is amenable to suggestion. As you know, your subconscious mind does not make comparisons or contrasts. Neither does it reasons or things out of itself. The latter function belongs to your conscious mind. It simply reacts to the impressions given to it by your conscious mind. It does not show a preference for one course of action over another. Remember that a suggestion cannot impose something on the subconscious mind against the will of the conscious mind. Your conscious mind has the power to reject any false or negative suggestion. You must take certain to give your subconscious mind only suggestions that heal, bless, elevate, and inspire you in all your ways. Remember that your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It takes you literally if you keep saying, I can't get that promotion. I can't make ends meet. Your subconscious will see it that you can't. Another influence on your subconscious is suggestions from another person. The power of suggestions has played a part on human life and thoughts in every period of time, in each country of the earth. In many parts of the world, it is controlling power of religion, with constant reiteration of such comments as, you are a sinner, the devil is going to get you, when you die you are going to hell, and things of that nature. It frightens the life out of people. From infancy on, the majority of us have been given many negative suggestions. Constructive suggestions, of course, are wonderful and magnificent. A negative suggestion, however, is one of the most destructive of all the response patterns of the mind, resulting in war, misery, suffering, racial and religious prejudices, and disasters. The dictators, despots, and tyrants of the world know the power of suggestions. Stalin predicts it, Hitler predicted it, Osama bin Laden practiced it. Appealing to the religious and racial prejudices of people, then, when they are highly emotionally aroused, planning more negative suggestions, repeating certain things over and over again to millions of these people. You are exposed to negative suggestions in all aspects of your life. Here are some frequently heard ones that relate to your job and career. You can't. You'll never amount to anything. You mustn't. You'll fail. You haven't got a chance. You're all wrong. It's no use. It's not what you know, but who you know. What's the use? Nobody cares. It's no use trying so hard. You're too old now. Things are getting worse and worse. Life is an endless grind. You just can't win. Pretty soon you'll be fired. You can't trust a soul. These are commands to your subconscious mind, which will cause your life to be a living hell. You'll be frustrated, neurotic, inhibited. You'll haunt the psychiatrist's office because you are giving these destructive suggestions to yourself. You can reject all these negative suggestions by feeding your subconscious mind with prayer or reading an inspirational meditation before you go to sleep. You will counteract all these destructive ideas. You don't have to be influenced by destructive negative suggestions. If you look back, you can easily recall how parents, friends, relatives, teachers, bosses, and clergy contributed in a campaign of these destructive suggestions. The purpose of much of it was to control you or instill fear into you. You will find that many of these suggestions are for the purpose of making you think, feel, and act as others want you to, and to take the road that is to their own advantage. You are not another person's puppet. You must choose your own road, the road that leads the wholeness, the path of freedom. The path is within you. Whether you decide to be true in your conscious mind, you will experience it with your subconscious mind. Therefore, believe that God or infinite intelligence is guiding you. Right actions resign supreme. Divine law and order governs you. Divine peace fills your soul. Begin to believe in all these things. You don't create these things, but you activate them. Make them potent in your life. Do your own thinking. You have the power to control your own emotions. In your job and career, it is in you, not your bosses or your coworkers. You must have control over your destiny. Be inspired from on high. As you accept these truths with your conscious mind, your subconscious will bring all these things to pass, and you will discover that you are not being held back in reaching your goals, that you are moving in the direction you have chosen in your career and in your life. We must believe we can improve our lives. A belief, whether it is true, false, merely indifferent, sustained over a period of time, becomes assimilated and is incorporated onto our mentality, unless countermanded by belief on an opposite nature. Sooner or later, it will take form and is expressed or experienced as the fact, form, condition, circumstance, and events of life. We have the power within us to change negative beliefs to positive ones, and thereby change our lives for the better. Part 1: Maximizing the personal attributes that lead to a successful career. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Although some people may have success thrust upon them, most often to achieve success we must take over steps. Unfortunately, too many people do not recognize the power within them to move out of an unhappy situation and begin climbing the ladder of success. Within each of us are latent powers that we are not using, but which are waiting to be